Good morning, beach bumps. I'm doing a little canal fishing this morning. Gonna see if I can find a fish or two out here. This is my second attempt here in like the last week or so. I haven't been having a lot of success out here in the past, but wanted to give it a shot. Would like to be able to catch fish from here. It'd be pretty cool. I know there's black drum and redfish and potentially some trout around. But today I'm gonna start out because it looks like that current is ripping pretty good. So I just tied a dropper rig, which is basically like a pompano rig with 17-pound fluorocarbon. I've got a size 2 circle hook and a 1-ounce pyramid sinker. I don't think I'm gonna get hung up. I'm gonna cast it out a little bit further so I'm not like up close to where like the rocks and stuff are. And I've just got some live shrimp that I'm gonna be using to start out. So we'll see if we can get into some fish. I don't really care what I catch. I just want to catch fish today. Got one of these little shrimp here. I always hook them. Usually they've got like this little V in their heads right here, and I just hook it right through the V. You don't hit any vitals that way, and they stay on the hook pretty good, and they kick those little feet. So that's usually how I hook it. You can hook it through the tail too, just depends on what your preference is. Oh, there's a fish.
We get a nice small croaker.
Got something, probably a catfish here. Oh, he had a little head shake to him. This is my first cast, first fish. Oh, yep, just a cat. Hey, man, he's fast. Wow. I didn't even bring my pliers out here. See you, dude. Oh, you got a good one. Might be a sail cat or drum. Good fish. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted. Oh yeah, I think I got a drum. Heck yes. There we go. That didn't take long. Is that what that was? Heck yes. Wanted to get a good fish. This is my second cast this morning. Oh, is it sail cat? Sail cat, isn't it? Yeah, oh yeah. I was thinking it was gonna be a drum.
It's pretty basic.
Yeah. They're good eating though. Those sail cats fight, dude.
Yes, they do.
That's crazy. If you haven't seen one before, this is a sail cat. They've got a lot longer dorsal fin. They fight a lot harder than a hardhead catfish, and they're actually pretty decent to eat. I'm gonna let this guy go, depending on how the day goes. I may end up keeping one if we get some more, but they're definitely fun to catch. See, dude? So our first 2 casts, and we've already got the catfish slam going on here. Got the hardhead and the sail cat. Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably another sail. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Look at that. Goodness. I know, every time I hook up to one, you know, I think they're redfish or something. Yeah. Dang. I mean, good fight. Come here. Come here. come back this way. Oh, probably. I might can flip him. Might as well. That's a very effective net for this.
Oh, yes.
I think I'm gonna hang on to this guy. I'm gonna put him in the cooler and cook him up. I haven't had Saltcat in a while. I remember them being pretty good, but we'll eat him. See if we can get maybe one more. These guys are a little weird to clean. They have a really large head that kind of comes pretty far back. Kind of comes to a weird point. So what I've found, not that I've cleaned a lot of these, but it's best to go ahead and make your cut like you would on any other fish. But you can see you're losing a lot of, or what would be meat on like a regular fish, but that's all head. It's just really hard. If you try to cut down right here, you can't because there's actually still some bone up in there. So honestly, the easiest way to do this, it's kind of weird, just cut from behind the fish. If you cut from the tail, their meat's real soft. You can find that bone real easy, real simple, and it's just gonna glide right up into that. Just be careful, watch those fins. You don't want to get spined. And we're just gonna cut from the tail up towards the head. It's a little easier to get in there, and you end up getting more of that meat. And you can cut around their ribs here. Pretty easy little cut. And then there's your meat. So it's really honestly like when you come up that direction, it's not that hard to get the meat off. And you can see it's pretty white, really decent looking meat. A lot different. I've cleaned a hardhead catfish on this channel before and it did not look this good. Now I'm just gonna remove the skin, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually leave a little bit of the meat, a layer of that meat on the skin. They have a lot of red meat on this fish, and if you cut too close to the skin, you're gonna get a lot of that red meat on there. So this way, so we've got like a layer of meat, so you're losing some of your fish, but that's okay because you don't want to get all that red meat in there. And see, now we've got just that bloodline instead of red meat all on the fillet. So now we can remove that bloodline like we would on any other fish that we catch saltwater. There we go. Now we've got most of the red meat gone, and two nice, really pretty good looking fillets. It's pretty white meat, so it doesn't look bad at all. All right, we are in the kitchen, and we're of course going to fry the catfish. What other way would you cook catfish? And I've done frying on this channel a few different times, and all I do is I mix up flour and cornmeal, and then I mix in some Zatarain's Creole seasoning into my mixture. I don't normally do an egg wash, but today I am. I'm gonna mix that in there. So I am going to probably put on a layer, egg wash, layer it again. I want to make sure, I want to get a little thicker crust on this fish today. So something a little different from the norm. So I'm just using about a half cup of cornmeal and then a half cup of flour, thereabouts. And then I just mix in a good amount of the Zatarain's seasoning. I'm gonna put all that in this mixture and we'll mix it all up pretty good. And the egg wash, in case you don't know, it's just a little bit of milk and one egg. That's all I've got in it. I've got this little Fry Daddy deal that I use all the time for frying. I love it. It works great. It's nice to be able to come outside and do this so that I don't have to stink up my kitchen. So this deal has a temperature setting, and for fish, it recommends 375, so I just got it maxed out at 375. And then it's got a little green light that cuts on when it's ready, when it's up to temperature. Of course, every time I drop the fish in, it goes off. But it was green before I put the fish in. And then I just kind of eyeball it based on what I think the fish should look like when I take it out. So it usually takes anywhere from like 5 to 7 minutes, usually somewhere in there, about where I like it. Just depends on what you like. Some people like their fish fried maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. So just personal preference, what you think. That doesn't look like a delicious piece of fish, man. Woo, that looks yummy. All right, we are done with the fish. I'm gonna break it open and let you see it inside there. That's the inside. It is, it's white. It's maybe a little darker than some of the fish that you would normally eat, but I think it's gonna be pretty good. It's been a long time since I've had Saltcat. Like, it's been a couple of years, I think, since I've eaten it. But I remember it being good. It's still pretty hot. Let's find out. Very hot.
Hot?
It's hot. Very good piece of fish.
Oh no.
I mean, just like anything else, and honestly, very similar to freshwater catfish if you enjoy eating freshwater catfish. Same consistency, same flavor, just a good piece of fried fish. Oh, very hot. solid fish. It'll be hard to throw those back, honestly. I mean, just really good fish. They're really, you know, most people don't eat them just because they're slimy, they don't look appetizing, they're hard to deal with, but very delicious fish.
Dad.
Yes, ma'am.
Sauce.
You're eating some, what are you eating?
Sauce.
Sauce? I don't think that's sauce. Is that yogurt? Annalise is right here, but we're not, Annalise and Courtney are not gonna be in the video today. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This was just a fun getting out, seeing what I could catch, seeing what I could cook, hanging out, trying to put some food on the table during these weird times that we're in right now. But if you did enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up. And as always, you stay bummy.